Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, you know the vibes. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, Big Manscaped is in the building. Use code Brunson, save 20% off and get the free shipping. The winner of the Manscaped bundle, your package is on the way. Your package is in the mail. They got that. You gonna get that bundle coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And shout out my boy Dre Simmons. Y'all might not know Dre, man. Dre been rocking with me since I had like 100 subs. Dre does custom Eagles work. You know what I mean? He did my shelf up there with my trophy situation and all of that. Fire. Dre just sent me this today. Fire. You know what I'm saying? Put it on the big boy rope. Get with my boy Dre Simmons for all your custom needs. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, I buy another one of these and I want to give it away too. I'm gonna give him more. What we did, Manscaped bundles. We playing games of Madden for merch. You know what I mean? I'm about to give one of these away too. So I'm going to go with my boy Dre, spin up another one. And you know what I mean? By the time he's done with that, I'm going to have an Addy and we're going to send that out. You already know the vibes with that. The winner, all you got to do is let me know if you want the old school bird or the new school bird. Because he do both. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, this COVID-19 situation is running rampant right now. It's running rampant right now. The NFL got it. You know what I mean? The NFL is tackling it earlier. You know what I mean? They tackling it early. They're not waiting around. The case has been extreme. You got school closures happening all over again. This feels like the beginning of the situation all over again, unfortunately. The coronavirus, they just will not let us be great. This is one of the reasons why I haven't been to the link in like a season and a half was because of this. You know what I mean? Now I'm going Sunday and you got this outbreak coming out all over again, man. It makes me uncomfortable. But what everybody got to do is they got to remember this, man. We still in the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Still wear your mask. You know what I mean? Still be safe. Still protect your loved ones. As we looking at, what the commissioner has outlined as new guidelines now, we got to reevaluate our situation as humanity goes and put some guidelines in place. Make sure you're washing your hands. Make sure the kids got the hats and the coats on. Make sure everybody is taken care of to minimize the risk of even the cold. Let's take all of these things serious, man. Give people 6 feet. Don't be, it ain't no mask mandate, so I ain't gonna wear it. Don't do all that, man. Just give people their space. You know what I'm saying? If you see everybody in the building with a mask, just put a mask on. Just put it on too. It is what it is, man. We all got to beat this together, man. We're not going to beat this with people feeling, you know what I'm saying, entitled about, I want to be mask, no mask. I'm vaccine, no vaccine. Everybody got to be together and keeping everybody safe. That's first and foremost. You know what I mean? And the Washington Redskins are probably the team in the NFL that's catching the brunt of this situation. They got about 21 players on a COVID list that might not play as opposed to our 3. So I guess in a sense we did win the bye. I guess the bye week helped our players, stay home and chill and stay out of the way of this coronavirus, man. It looked like it's a league-wide spread, so you can't really narrow it down and isolate just one game or one situation, man. I wouldn't be surprised that if they start postponing games on Sunday. I really wouldn't be surprised. So, you know what I mean? I would, be mindful of that. I would already get my hopes up for that now. You know what I mean? Because this thing is low-key getting out of control. Now, on the other hand, teams like Washington, you got a lot of roster spots. You got practice squad players. Next man up. So I'm not giving anybody the excuse who didn't plan for, an event like this. We started the season in a pandemic. You know what I mean? The league boosted roster spots. You know what I mean? To give teams the ability to carry more players. We already knew something like this could happen. So getting deep and getting the deep bench this football season was key. And I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles did that in almost every position except wide receiver. So even if this was to hurt us, it would hurt us a lot. But not in the positions that really can turn the tide of the game. Wide receiver is one of those positions, but I feel like we did a good job in that sense. Now, with that being said, we look healthy enough to blow these dudes out. We better than these dudes in every statistical category. You know what I mean? I don't see why. You know what I mean? Every team stat. You know what I mean? Every team ranking, I should say. I don't see why this game would even be close, in my opinion. I'm expecting us to go out here and put hands, feet, and boots on these dudes. I said this. I'm on record saying this. I'm saying that whoever is the winner out of the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington football team, the losing team gonna come out this game different. I said that, man. Those was my exact words. And Washington came out this game very different. Even before all the COVID news broke out. You know what I mean? Dudes were getting hurt. The offensive line was in shambles. You don't even know what quarterback going to play. They came out of this thing in a losing situation, in my opinion, anyway, if they was 100% healthy. But I will say this. we still got to go out there and play the game. And we're playing the game against the Washington football team coming up to Philadelphia. What we got to understand is that we got things we need to tighten up on the offensive side of the balls, particularly in the passing game. Because everybody's going to load up and try to stop the run. We're the best rushing team in the NFL. So what happens if you got a series where you don't get a lot of rushing space or a lot of rushing yards? Highly unlikely. But what happens, though? If you got a series to where the run is just getting negative yards, it can happen. You got to be able to throw the ball. The Philadelphia Eagles, I think it is just an absolute disgrace that, Devonta Smith has had the last 3 games that he's had. Look at Devonta Smith's last 3 games, and you could make the case as to why people would think that he really ain't doing nothing. You could make the case. If we tried to get him the ball more, I have no doubt in my mind he would have over 1,000 yards. I've never seen nobody have 700 receiving yards, and it almost seemed like they ain't doing nothing, or they not being utilized. He still lead this team in receiving yards. He got more receiving yards than Jalen Reagor and Quez Watkins combined at this point. You know what I mean? And he been shut down basically, or shut out of the offensive plan for the last 3 weeks. That got to change going down the stretch. You got to make people fear him. You know what I mean? You got to make people fear him. Opposing coaches give him so much praise, they fear him, so they coming out doubling him. And when he getting doubled because people fear him, other dudes got to step up. You know what I mean? It's as plain as simple as that. It's time to start giving guys who actually performing an opportunity at the wide receiver position. Listen, Greg Ward has been underwhelming this season. Period. I don't know. Actually, I don't know who's worse. I think we want to say that Reagor is worse because Reagor was a higher draft pick. Cool, I got that. But they both dropped touchdown passes. Had they both caught some of their touchdown passes, that's a few more wins on the board. You see what I'm saying? We only was out of 2 games this season out of the games that we lost. We ain't that far away. But when dudes dropping touchdown passes, you know what I mean? It puts you in a situation. You know what I mean? It puts you in a situation for you not to win football games by dudes just not doing their one specific job. Jalen Hurts got multiple jobs. He got to read the defense. He got to know when to audible to a run play, which side. He got to know what coverage he's looking at, so forth and so on. You know what I mean? He got to ride the hot hand. You know what I'm saying? He got to know when to run. He's a running quarterback. That's another added dimension. Wide receivers don't have a lot of jobs. They got to catch the ball and block. Catch the ball or blocking or being a decoy. That's it. Catch the ball. You got put in this situation for your hands. And Greg Ward was one of the most sure-handed guys. But this football season, the drops have just made me look at Greg Ward different. So if I got to put a wide receiver out there who I think will be a serviceable threat opposite of Smitty and Dallas Goedert, I'm going with Arcega-Whiteside. Arcega-Whiteside, in my opinion, deserves a chance to be implemented a little more in this offensive game plan this week. Because nobody else is going to be expecting it. Nobody else. It's the perfect time to use Arcega-Whiteside, I believe. Kenneth Gainwell as well on the dump downs. He's also proven himself to be more potent in this offense, other than Reagor and other than Greg Ward. So we got to figure some stuff out on offense. This, in theory, this should be a cakewalk. I have no doubt in my mind we're going to win this game. It's all about, at this point, how difficult do we make it on ourselves? Do we still have to try in this game with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter? Or is this game a wrap? You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you think in the comments, man. I'm going to announce the contest for how you guys can win one of these custom necklaces. And you can hang it up on the door. You can do whatever you want with it, man. I'm going to announce the contest for that. And I'm going to give my man Dre to start spinning that joint up now. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.